This is Methods to Link Capabilities, RBV, to Green Strategies, presented by the Math Magicians.
Who are the Math Magicians? First off, we have Colin Brisseth. He's a senior and will be a super senior. He stands at 5'11", but 6 feet with shoes. He thinks he's somewhat of a hype beast, and his secret skill is he is good at ping pong. Next, we have myself, Isaac Dardine. I'm a senior. I am 5'11". I'm a diehard Minnesota sports fan, and my secret skill is I like to think I am the next Chris Stapleton. Now we have Trevor Quaddy. He's a senior graduating with a finance degree. He is short. He's an even bigger Wisconsin sports fan than Everett is. And his secret skill is he can do Edward 40 hands in 28 minutes and then do homework afterwards. And that is a true story. And last but not least, we have Everett Harmelink. He is a senior, stands at 6'3". He is a diehard Wisconsin sports fan, and his secret skill is he can out-chug David Bakhtiari.
Now it's time for some ice-breaking questions. First question of the day was, what is your favorite Ben & Jerry's flavor? Colin said Chunky Monkey. Myself said Cookie Dough Core, as did Trevor. And Isaac said chocolate fudge brownie. Second question was, what did you eat for breakfast today? Colin said rice Chex with bananas. Isaac said bowl of honeycomb cereal. Myself only had 2 eggs. And Trevor with the Busch Light. The third question was, where would you enjoy a beer if you could be anywhere on Earth? Colin said the top of Mount Everest. I said in a canoe in the Amazon rainforest. Isaac said in Africa on top of an elephant. And Trevor said if it's a hams, nowhere. Last thing we were questioned was things we missed most about COVID-19. Colin said playing basketball in an actual court. Isaac said hanging with the boys. I said embarrassing myself in public, and Trevor said 3rd Street. Alright, now it's time to get back to where you guys came for tonight. As you can see above, this is our presentation lineup. So let's begin with green strategies. What are green strategies? Green strategies fundamentally help an enterprise make decisions that have positive impact on the environment. The principles that form the basis of green strategy should lead to a business to make decisions based on solid business logic and make good business sense. Here are some examples of green strategies: green manufacturing, recycling, facilities, means of transportation, and product use. So now you know about green strategies, let's switch gears and go into RBV. What does that even mean? RBV stands for Resource-Based Views. This is a model that sees resources as a key to superior firm performance. If a resource exhibits viral attributes, the resource enables the firm to gain and sustain competitive advantage. As you can see on the chart, it starts with tangible and intangible goods, and then those must be heterogeneous and immobile, and then they must have a viral attribute to become, viral resources. And then we will later discuss what viral resources means, but if they are, that will give a company a competitive advantage.
So now that we've learned about the resource-based view theory, we're going to change gears and inform you about a topic called the VIRO framework. So VIRO is an acronym that stands for valuable, rare, inimitable, and organized. So first off with value. Value speaks to the resources you have that add value for your customers. If the value is there, then you would then move on to rarity. Rarity talks about the resources and who has access to them. If you have something that's rare and in demand, you would then move on to the inimitability factor. This speaks to the cost to duplicate your company's resource or capability, or if it's difficult to find an equivalent substitute to compete with your offerings. Now, if you have something that's valuable, rare, and hard to imitate, the last focus is on organization. Can your company take all of these advantages and organize the systems and processes to capitalize on resources and capabilities? If so, chances are you will be a successful company. So next I would like to apply what we just learned about the VIRO framework to a very well-known company called Google. So Google uses human capital management data to hire and keep productive employees. These same employees are the ones creating the world's most popular products. So I'd say that this data has some value to it. And other companies have yet to adopt this technology like Google has, so it does have that rarity aspect as well. And it's also very hard to imitate. It's very hard to imitate software like this. It's not only expensive, but it also takes a lot of training and development from inside your company as well. And as far as organization goes, they're one of the most organized companies on the planet. They are a great example of a company who never leaves a stone unturned.
All right, we have now learned about green strategies and resource-based views. Now it's time to put those two together and come up with methods to have a positive resource-based view with green strategies.
This slide talks about the first step of the resource-based view, which is tangibles and intangibles. This step is pretty self-explanatory. Tangibles are exactly what you think they are. Solar panels, turbines, buildings, or essentially anything you can physically hold or touch. Intangibles are things you cannot hold or touch, for example, brands and logos. After this part of the resource-based view, it then goes into the heterogeneous and immobile section. Like stated on the previous slide, the second step is about resources and if they are heterogeneous or immobile. Some great examples of these are IKEA and Panasonic. IKEA's supply chain has a Swedish furniture maker that has sourced nearly 50% of its wood from sustainable foresters. All of their cotton is from farms that meet the better cotton standards, which have a lot of requirements and codes. Panasonic, on the other hand, took a different approach for going green. They did so by moving their headquarters to a different part of New Jersey. They did this to eliminate employees from driving to work, which in the end reduces their carbon footprint. The third step in the resource-based view is the VIRO framework, which we have already discussed. This slide gives more examples of the VIRO framework for green strategies. An example of value could be when a company cuts its production costs by having simplified packaging and having energy-efficient lights. A rare example could be creating a product with a used material such as Nike in their football jerseys. For the next one, it is extremely costly to imitate green strategies, especially if they are patented. Finally, for a resource to have a competitive advantage, it must be organized. Companies such as McDonald's and Patagonia see opportunity and see value with different green strategies such as green manufacturing and ACT. Now to wrap up the VIRO framework. If companies have a specific way of implementing green strategies into production and operations, they could have a competitive advantage in the end. They must make sure that no one else is doing it, and their techniques are harder to implement into other companies.
As you can see, there's a lot that green operations can do to improve your VIRO analysis and give you that competitive advantage. But what if there was a company that created green strategies with competitive advantages for you already? Well, good thing there is. There's a company called Green Strategies, Inc. They are a company that help other companies find new green strategies, sorry for that, to make their company more productive and more sustainable. This is a quote from the company this year. They stated, having worked in the highest levels of government on energy and environment policy and advised some of the largest and most sophisticated corporate, industrial, and financial players in the world, we combine insider policy analysis with deep market knowledge and transactional expertise to offer unparalleled insights and cutting-edge strategies that maximize business opportunities, improve strategic decision-making, and further organizational goals. Some of their clients include Walmart, LG, Citi, and even GE. All right, now it's question time, but today I cannot speak well, so we're going to have you guys just read them. But, Magic Magicians, thank all of you for tuning in today. We really hope you learn more about, green strategies and the RBV and the connection between the two. In the end, the RBV is just a way to make sure that your resource is a valuable one and it's kind of, unique and has that certain competitive advantage compared to your competitors. And green solutions can give you that edge if you find the right technique. If that's a new innovation for solar panels that can operate your production, who knows what it is. But, we really hope you guys learned a lot about this topic. And, class of 2020, congrats. I wish you all the best of luck. Great semester, great year. I hope everyone stays safe and stay inside. So, have a great night.